Shabbat Shalom and Shalom, Black Israel. This is your boy Yahuah coming back to you once again with another educational, informative, enlightening, and spiritual video. Um, Let me see. So I want to talk briefly about being called and chosen and what that means. Okay, so when we are born, even before we're born, we're called. But when we were born by the Creator, when He created us, especially us so-called black people, the chosen people, not all of us, but you know who I'm talking about, especially the African Americans here in America. He called us. He called us not only, willfully, from a perspective that He desired to create us, but He called us into existence by His power. Let's focus on His power real quick. He spoke us into existence. He established Adam on the planet, which is who we all come from. But he created him from the dust of the ground, aka the dirt or mud of the earth. That was a so-called black man on the planet, the first person on the planet. Now, he called him, he just spoke it into existence, and there was Adam. And he breathed the breath of life into him after he created him from the dust of the earth. The word or the spirit that he breathed into him, the breath of life was the spirit. It was his spirit. The Most High gave him his spirit. It was part of the Most High spirit, but it was a spirit that was made for Adam. You know what I'm saying? It was his actual essence of who he was. But nonetheless, from Adam, of course, came Eve, but with both of them came everyone else. But what I'm saying is, we were called into existence, not only by the Most High's His will to create us, His desire and loving kindness, to create us, but we were called by His power, because that's how powerful He was. He spoke us into existence. It's not like he just like a potter would do, where he sculpted us like that, just grab the dirt and sculpt us with his hand, or like a painter would do, just painted the image of a person, or like a drawer would draw a person, and that was their form of existence. No, he just said it, and it was so. That was his power. But the other form of us being called was from his will to create us. I mean, he didn't have to create us, but it was it was just his desire. He creates life. I mean, whether it's animals, plants, so forth. But humans in particular, especially so-called black people, we were created in his exact image. So he definitely desired to create us. Not only everyone else, but especially us. But, everyone is called. We're all called in existence. We're all called into existence. That's why we're here, okay? But not everyone is chosen. See, that's the now we're getting into the more I guess you could say intricate or interesting, aspects of life. Okay, you got those who are called, which are everybody, but you also have those who are both called and chosen, such as what I believe myself to be. Now, when you're chosen, you're not just like those who were called into existence. Those who are called to be into existence, they're just here to enjoy life and live their life. Now, when you're chosen, you are given the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Creator, and you are, and so forth, and therefore you are appointed and anointed to be a prophet, or a minister or apostle and all of that. Um, you're meant to basically teach and preach the law, statutes, commandments, aka the ways of life, or how the ways of life should go in order for all of humanity to live life righteously and to live life abundantly. That's what the chosen people are supposed to do, which is what I perceive myself to be, because I'm not just speaking, preaching and teaching to other people just because I'm trying to copy what the next Hebrew Israelite is doing, who was already doing this thing before me. I'm doing it because I be having dreams and visions, and it's just part of who I am. I know I'm definitely called into existence, or unless I wouldn't even be here talking to you right now. But I feel that I'm chosen because it's just within my spirit. I got that zeal. Now, all of us have that zeal for righteousness. We have that zeal to know what else is out there, pertaining to, mysteries of the universe, as you can call it, but really it has to do with the creator. All of us, believe it or not, we have that zeal to know what's going on out there. Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? We got all these questions. Why are we here? And to quickly break that down, we're here basically to serve the creator. That's all he created us for. I mean, he said that the whole duty of man is to serve him. That's in scripture. Uh, I can't even find my primary phone so that I could get that in scripture. But if you look that up, the Most High basically said that the whole duty of man is to serve him, to follow his laws and to serve him. Now, that don't really apply to everybody, because again, you got people who are called into existence. And so you got wheats and tares, you got good and evil. Now, those who are created evil, they're just pretty much meant to be a test to the righteous or the wheats of the planet, such as myself, so that we could choose righteousness or evil. So that is what it is. They weren't given a law, so they don't have salvation. Believe it or not, the Most High did create humans. He called humans into existence just to be a test to the righteous, and he's going to destroy them. But that's another lesson. But nonetheless, everyone is called. Everyone is called into existence, or unless we wouldn't even be here. But you have those who are both called and chosen, meaning they're supposed to, they are given the law, statutes, and commandments of the Creator, and as a result, they are supposed to teach and preach and represent the Most High, by way of being a light into the world, especially unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which are those who yet have to come into the truth. We are, as anointed and appointed prophets, even prophetess, ministers, apostles, high priest and all of that. We are meant to, it depends on what you are, but I'm going to focus on prophets. We're just meant to preach and teach the word, tell people, especially our people, the 2/3, and even the other, the 1/3 of Israel who have yet to come into this truth, who are going to actually cling to it, and also the Gentiles who want to, convert to serving our Yahuah, our Elohim, as some people call it, but most people call God, and just want to follow our ways. We're supposed to preach and teach to all of them, but first and foremost, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, which are our people. And that's just what it is. You got those who are called, which could be good and bad, which are those who are called into existence to be either create or be, a test unto the righteous and be destroyed after that. Or you got those who are called into existence, which will get their lives right according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Creator. And, cling unto Israel. But you also have those who are chosen. Now, with the chosen, you also have evil chosen people, believe it or not. Now let's focus on the evil chosen people. Those are the ones who are the scribes and Pharisees. Those are the ones who are a test not only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, but the rest of the planet. But that don't include the righteous chosen people, which are like myself, because they can't manipulate us because we're in or will be in the full truth. So we're growing spiritually, but we are already anointed and appointed even before we were created. Even before the Most High created us with a physical body and put our spirit into the body so that it could, dwell and do what it do. Even before the establishment of the planet and the heavens and all of that, he knew who he was going to, call into existence, both good and evil, and also choose into existence, both good and evil. So it is what it is. I believe that I am both. Well, I know I'm called because, again, we're all called into existence. That's why we're all here. But I know that I'm chosen by way of the righteous, the righteous type of chosen, because I just have it within me. I love helping people. I love, truth. I love telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? I love studying the Bible. I'm quite fascinated with the Creator and His creations and all of that, and how they work and function and all of that. And so I got more than a zeal for righteousness, because, again, everybody have a zeal for righteousness. That's why we're called into existence. But we have a zeal to know what's going on. So I really wouldn't say we all have a zeal for righteousness, because, again, like I told you before here in this video earlier, that there are certain people who were called into existence to just be destroyed, and also those who were not only called, but they were chosen into existence from an evil perspective to be a test unto the world, the rest of the world, as modern day scribes and Pharisees, and also hypocrites. They're just a test. But then you have those who are at the top, such as what I perceive myself to be, who are both called and, chosen from a righteous perspective. And so we are the people who are supposed to be the real light unto the world. We are the people who are supposed to live forever. That is, if we stand to the truth to the end, we'll have right to the tree of life. But, we got to do it right according to the scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments. So, and also, real quick before this video ends, when it comes to the righteous chosen, that do include the 144. And I have 144, which represent the 144,000 or the 144,000 elect, which I perceive myself to be, because, man, I just constantly see 144, whether it's on my phone, on the time, literally on the time itself of the phone, or time of videos that I may be watching, educational spiritual videos. I'll see 144, which I perceive to be, symbolic messages, or, visions, similar to visions and dreams. But of course I'm awake when I see these things, but I'm always seeing 144. And so I'm thinking that the Most High is, that's a sign to me that maybe I, likely am, part of the elect, the 144,000. And I could prove everything I'm talking about. I mean, it just catches me off guard. Like even today on the Shabbat, You know, I've seen 144 and it just shocked me. It's not like I was just sitting there waiting for the time to turn to, 144 a.m. or p.m. And sometime it could be 11:44 or, something like that. And it is still hit me in my mind or make me think or believe that, man, Most High is trying to show me something. So I thought I'd show that or include that in this video about the 144, why I decided to put it on my holy garments and all of that, or some of my holy garments. Because I don't just do this for no reason. It's stuff that just be happening to me, just real weird yet positive spiritual things. Man, like in some of my videos with the clouds, you know what I'm saying? Like how I be seeing faces in the clouds and stuff like that. That's all spiritual. I got that gift to where I could see these things. And, even other people who don't have the gift of spiritual discernment and stuff like that, they could see these things too if I point it out to them. It's just I'm the original person who's seen it. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they'll be like, oh, I don't see it. But hey, maybe they just they don't have that spiritual, gift like that. But, it is what it is. Like I have many gifts and talents that the Most High blessed me with. Yahuah, He never takes them from me. But that's one of them. I could see faces, spiritual faces, or, spiritual manifestations of faces in the spiritual realm, whether it's through a medium of cloud, smoke, trees. I made a video about seeing faces in trees and stuff like that. Man, all of this stuff is real. So I hope this video was edifying to you, pertaining to who are called and who are chosen, as well as the 144,000 elect, you know what I'm saying, and what I personally believe it to be pertaining to me personally. I know what it is from a spiritual and biblical perspective, but I think that maybe I am included in that because I'm just seeing 144 often. And I'm not the type to really get into numerology, but I know that that's somewhat pagan. But again, what we perceive to be pagan here nowadays in modern times, it really does come from the ancient world. It comes from what our ancient ancestors was into. It's just the numerology nowadays is satanic. It's tampered with. The Most High say that there's nothing new under the sun, right? So everything that was original back then in ancient biblical times was more so the positive aspects of it. It's just nowadays as these things evolve, certain nations of people got their hands on it and decided to put their little spin on it because of how they, mentally perceived it to be. And they just put their little negative paganistic spin on it. And, the devils got into all of that. The demonic spirits got into that. The demonic spirits was already there to inspire them to do that. But the Most High knew all of this would happen anyway. So He ordained and appointed it to happen anyway, because He know all things anyway before they happen. But nonetheless, all of that crap, it was a test to the righteous. Not only back then, but even now today in modern times, in these generations, in these last times. So, I hope this video was educational to you. And, if you liked it, if it was a blessing to you from a spiritual perspective, like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of more future videos. And I'll catch you on the next one. Shabbat Shalom.